obviously burn your fingers and stuff like that. So definitely talk about that. I always talk about the fact that it's more masculine. It resembles more of a Weber grill. So I always talk, you know, when I never assume who does the cooking. I always say, oh, who does the cooking? You know, and if it's the guy, I'm like, oh, let me show you something I think you'll appreciate. Or if it's the woman, I'm going to say, okay, we got to get your husband on the stove. Come on, let me show you something that we're going to make him cook on. So I always bring it back to him. And whether he does it or whether it's mostly like just for him, you know, to get him to cook, right? Because my fiance would not cook at all until I got my probate. So I live by experience. Like, he loves it. He's like, see, this is something I could cook on. This is something I appreciate. So I'm like, that's all it took? Should have bought this a long time ago. So definitely take out the knobs and place them in their hands so they can build a value, because as they are more expensive ranges, knobs themselves, they go for about $100 a piece online. So that's $500 right there. So just build that value in their minds. You know what I mean? All right, the party has arrived.
Yeah.
Woo.
Now, are we missing some?
You know, let's go laundry.
We're missing some sets.
So we'll gather right here.
Not,
So we're going to do laundry first.
not LG, but isn't the planogram normally bigger?
I don't think that they're missing any.
Giveaway items left with me. However, I have these 3 really, really beautiful red pens that I did not hand out. They write in a beautiful color of blue. And then I have another black one, just a black one, right? And I got 3 tape measures left. So these are all for participation and quiz questions. So I might just pop up something on you, okay? So we'll start with laundry, and then we'll work our way into refrigeration, and then cooking, and then dish. Where's dish?
Right on that side.
So we'll do dish and then cooking, okay? All right. Top load laundry. So we talked a bit about this. We talked about the front panel itself. If you guys want to come in and look, a few things that I like to talk about on here are going to be the jet spray. So the water is going to form on top of the unit. So a lot of issues that people have with top loads is that they're so worked up and worried about the water filling up from the bottom. So the water is actually going to release from the jet spray down here. When you talk about detergent, it's super, super important that you tell customers that the laundry industry wants you to fill the cap full of detergent. We don't want you to do that. So we have a max here. On our other units, we're going to have a normal, whereas where we want you, and a max, which a normal is about 2 tablespoons, really. It's not very much. So going back, this is the salesperson's cheat sheet, okay? And what I like to tell you guys about. On every one of our units, we have a kind of a talk on. Okay, so you have these cheat sheets right here. So if you know nothing about LG, but you know how to be a salesperson, this will get you through it, okay? So Smart Drum, our direct drive technology. So we talk about the motor. So you can talk about the motor and what that is, fewer moving parts. You have all metal. That's one of the reasons why these are super, super heavy, okay? Hydro Shield, which is this panel right here. Sealed to perfection. Meaning that if I'm taking my clothes out and bringing them up top and this gets wet, that is okay. All right? Easy reach. So I call this, I'm very careful with my words, vertically challenged is what I use. So if you are on the shorter side, this machine is actually really perfect because because you don't want to reach over and push. So this is actually really nice. And then as far as reaching in, it's not that difficult to reach into the bottom. But that's going to be the major call outs on here. We also keep the same badges just to remind you about the 10-year warranty, so we'd like to talk about that. Smart diagnosis. So again, when talking about having a self-diagnosing machine, talk about this hand in hand with your protection plans. As you are training and you're going to these stores, say, hey, this is something that's going to help you with your business. This is something that's going to help increase your business in the premium service plan. Talk to them about that. Now, tag on. When you select the tag on cycle, it's going to go under, where's my downloaded? So it'll be saved under the downloaded cycle. This is changeable, so you can adjust this and change this whenever you want. You have other options. You have the ability to lock the panel itself, which is nothing too crazy. The nice thing about this unit, for customers that are crazy, because you will get them, they will sit there and watch the water and say, oh, you know, that's not enough water for my machine. We have Water Plus technology. Now what this does is all of our machines are sensor based. So our machines are going to have a sensor of the weight. And based off of the weight, it'll add 20% more water just by adding Water Plus. Okay? Really, really big deal. This is for that customer. Okay? So talk about that feature because you know that you get that customer that's like, it doesn't have enough water. All my clothes are not getting wet. It happens all the time. You shouldn't have a customer say that all their clothes are not getting wet because like our machines, unlike others, they don't fill from the bottom, they fill from the top. So all their clothes should be getting wet. Okay? And then, so that would be that. Now the dryer, again, going back to the dryer, our little cheat sheet here would be the Hydro Shield technology. And then you have just a large dryer, nothing too crazy. It's gonna have the energy saver button so you can save energy. What that's gonna do is it has 2 stages. It's gonna run an air dry and then it's gonna run the sensor dry cycle, okay? And then as it's drying, it'll sense the humidity. This is a sensor dry unit. Super simple, very cut and dry. Other things, your cheat sheet up here. So Turbo Wash is incorporated on the larger cycle. So on this unit right here, you don't have a Turbo Wash button like the other units are gonna have, but on the 2 largest cycles, so on the normal and heavy duty, Turbo Wash is incorporated automatically, okay? So it's automatically gonna save that time off of it on this particular unit. On the models higher up, it's gonna have a specific button for Turbo Wash. But on this unit, it's automatically on the two largest. So it'll be on the normal and it'll be on the heavy duty. Other cheat sheets, antibacterial. Antibacterial is just a high heat cycle. On this one, so with bacteria, and I'll talk more about it on steam because I find it more of a benefit on a steam unit than on a regular unit. This will use high heat to basically kill off a germ. With the steam on the other units, it's actually going to use the steam to reach a certain level to where it's less damaging, I would say. This would be ideal for a comforter. If you're sick and you're coughing in your comforter, you might not want to use that on your clothes because it might shrink them because it is a high heat. It might damage your clothes, but on a comforter, on something bedding, it won't. Yeah. So that would be that on there. You have your other cheat sheet badges up here. So 6 Motion, we talked about that, the Turbo Wash, a high efficiency, Energy Star, and True Balance system. Now True Balance is basically like a hydraulic system. You can put it on the 2nd floor, 1st floor. I always get asked questions about if I have this next to my kitchen, am I going to hear it? It is extremely quiet. So with the True Balance system, it works with the natural groove of your house. So if you have an older home and your home is set in a you know, kind of like a little slant to it, the machine when they get it delivered, they'll adjust the feet to it, but the machine on the inside might be slanted. So what the True Balance allows it to do is allows it to balance back out. So to always be in the straightforward setting. So you're not going to have to worry about it rocking, you're not going to be hearing the do. No, it's not going to be like a techno machine. You know, it's going to be great. Any questions on top load?
What is your take on putting a comforter in this? We had that question a few times when we first got this in.
So the one thing that I hear is our machines, when we say capacity, we mean fill it to capacity. The capacity is the top of this drum. So as long as it's not exceeding the top of this stainless drum, you should be solid. You shouldn't have any issues with a comforter at all. Okay? Now to my favorite.
What couple of things? Go ahead.
The 1501 is the one that'll be in level 3 for you guys in the Paga base. So this will drag down to level 3, which opens up about another 37 doors, I think, for us. 31 doors. The other thing, week 32. This is just finalized. This will be in week 32, $499, and 12 months interest-free financing in the military. So
That is a steal,
this will be
especially for an LG machine.
this will be sub 500. So if you need one, wait until week 32.
Well, wait. The same pairs in 26, right? Is that
But
correct?
not at $499.
I can't remember. I think. Okay.
I don't think it's at $499.
Anyway, it's on promo 2 times coming up in the next 2 to 3 months.
Oh, that LG starting Friday, you know, but it's not that cheap.
Yes, and it's No, it's actually in promo.
Week
and
20.
No, it's
What are you
for
talking about?
Friday, you guys.
I'm making a
Yeah.
sign.
Week 20.
The other thing before we go to front load is there will be another pair that you guys are offering. It'll come out probably late April, beginning of May.
Is that the
And
one with the bigger drum?
it'll have the easy access door as well. It's called the 7200 series. If you want to give some of the highlights of the 7200
So,
series.
the 77.
So it'll be a
is it
rear
77
control,
or-
7200. So they'll have a rear control instead of the front control. So it'll have a more traditional look. It's a little bigger wash system, and it's got the easy access door on the
Okay.
dryer.
So, are they gonna get that in the black stainless or there's
No, it'll be in white.
in the white? Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, and a window in the dryer. So that'll be about a $649 promotional piece on promo.
So, essentially, that machine's gonna be a slightly larger capacity than this unit. This one is a what? A 4.5. That would be a 4.9, or is it still a 4.5?
No, I think it's. Is there a 4.7 anything, or is it go to? It might be a
It
5.0.
might be. We don't have the 72 in Chicago. We have the
Okay.
77.